On 7/28, you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes. Like, what?
You can't just be late to work.
I've never been fired before. I don't know what to do.
I would not apply for your jobs. I was terminated for retaliation.
It's your last day, effective immediately.
I've been working here for 8 weeks in this company, and I got fired.
This job made me want to myself.
Oh, I thought you were a boy. But, like, why'd you say that?
All I cared about was partying and getting drunk. No, I just got fired.
Hey guys, welcome back to Get It Out. Now today's video is from the Financial Coffee channel. It's titled, "Many Companies Are Firing Women All Over the Place." Is it their fault? Let's see. Let's get right into it.
So I was fired today and wanted to come on because I feel like, number one, this happens to a lot of people. And I was really blindsided by it. Just get a Zoom or like, this was like a random meeting put on my calendar and it only showed like my manager on it. I didn't know like the HR person was going to be on too. And then they just like said it very kind of coldly. And then they just read out like the severance stuff and just said like, you know, it's your last day, effective immediately, and then just like log off, and you're just kind of like, what is happening?
Guys, never believe or feel sorry for any woman that records herself crying and then post it on the internet. Mm-hmm. She just trying to manipulate you and gain your sympathy.
Guys, I just got fired.
It's wild. It's like they expect you to be nice while firing you. Like, hello, how are you doing today? Today you're getting fired. You feel that was weird. They don't owe you an apology.
Basically, it's a long story. I've been working here for 8 weeks in this company, and I got fired. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I actually don't even know what to say right now.
If I put in another application, y'all, and I don't get hired or somebody don't call me, I'm telling you.
I would not hire her. I try to say that. Me, myself, the way she's talking right now, I would see that written all over your face. They do. They have to.
Y'all, I got something for sale. I swear to God, I'm tired. I'm tired of this.
Okay, can you, I'm sorry, I didn't, can you say that again?
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is Shelly from HR.
From HR, okay.
Me?
No, I don't remember you, but what's going on?
Well, we had a discussion a couple weeks ago about your absenteeism and tardiness.
Okay.
Do you know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Yeah, but, you know, they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay. So,
it's sad that she doesn't think 12 minutes is late. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but I remember in certain, depends what kind of job it was, but at my job, it was past 7. If you went past 7, you were late. If you were before 7, you were good. So if that's the case there, that means she could have been there 5 minutes earlier and she would have been fine. I knew that, and I used it to my advantage.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28, you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
It's late.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Like I still like, why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about
And that was the day that I let my. All right, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8. You clocked in at like 6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So like, I still made it though.
Literally like 9 days.
I still
after
made
we
it though.
talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just.
You guys see that attitude? I still made it though. That's why they're firing you. You have the attitude of I still made it though. In your eyes, it's nothing. But that's company time. This is how I feel. If I had hired employees to be there at a certain time, I would take it serious too.
August 12th, that's my birthday. Like, I already told you.
Request that day off work though.
But y'all know, that's my birthday. I'm not.
Birthday.
No, that's fine. All right. Okay.
Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
Y'all too grown for me.
Well, unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in. And
I'll be there tomorrow because that's crazy. That's crazy. Like what? Like what? What? No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This chick is a mess. And her name is Tatiana, by the way. I kid you not, she got fired on her day off. You can't make this up, man. She got fired on her day off. She was late not once, but 3 times in 3 weeks. Also, she never bothered to show up for work several times. And the funny thing is, she was warned repeatedly about being late and not showing up for work. But guess what? She didn't care. And to be honest with you, just by judging how Tatiana was talking to the HR lady you call her, I can feel that Tatiana has probably one of the worst attitudes at work. She's probably loud, take too many and unnecessary breaks, and she's on her phone all the time. Also, she's late. Not even 5 minutes late, like more than 30 minutes late. And to top it all off, she had a no call, no show, just because it was her birthday. She basically felt entitled to a full day off only because it was her birthday. And some people actually posted a reaction video about her behavior. Let's watch it.
And I'm shocked that she's shocked that she's getting fired. Please, please, please tell me that you are trolling. You can't just be late to work. Like, yeah, if you can't be on time to work and they've counseled you and told you that it's a problem and you continue to keep doing it, yeah, you should be fired. You should be fired. How is getting fired in 2024 for being chronically late to work crazy? Please explain to me, because I'm lost.
I mean, let's be honest here. Anybody can see why she was fired on her day off. Just imagine how much chaos and drama she would have caused had she been fired while at work.
Yeah.
These modern women don't seem to understand that when you are supposed to clock in at 6, it doesn't mean that you show up to work at 6. If you want to properly clock in at 6, you need to be at work and ready to work at least 10 minutes prior to 6. And she had the audacity to post that conversation on the internet. She was probably hoping to get some sympathy points. Now, if you ask me my opinion, she will probably become a welfare queen. That's for sure, people.
I've been fired 3 times from 3 different companies, and they were all my fault. In my defense, we have to factor 2 things. 1, my age of whenever I worked there, and 2, the fact that my parents never let me work as a teenager because they wanted me to enjoy my youth for as long as I can, since I'd be working for the rest of my life anyway. So everyone my age worked there or wanted to work there, and since this was first year uni, all I cared about was partying and getting drunk. Never worked a day in my life before this, so I had no concept of professionalism at all. So I would either show up late, not show up at all, or show up drunk, and I would just never even call in. I was taking vacations and giving myself time off whenever I felt like it, and I never even got anyone to cover my shift. Since a lot of my friends worked there, I was always hanging out with them and taking really long lunch breaks or just long breaks in general, and even giving myself more breaks than I was allowed. I would take stuff from my friend's department so I could return it to them later, so it gives me an excuse to be at their department and hang out with them. This was all caught on security cameras too, including us taking shots in the...
She must have worked at the beach, because when I worked at the beach, I ran amok. But she was 10 times worse than the other girl. She worked at the beach. Seems like the other girl worked in a department store. Now it's much more strict in a department store. That's why she got away with murder.
Change rooms. I had no customer service skills and always avoided talking to customers because I never knew what to say to them. And I hated my department because they put me in the men's underwear department.
she
So I
worked
always
in
had creepy
pharmaceutical?
guys hitting on me and guys giving.
All right, so I saw a little bit. The woman was wrong. This woman was dead wrong. I don't know how she lasted so long. It sounded like the other woman got a week. This woman got months, if not years. I don't know for sure.
Me used underwear to return. So I've been working at this place for 2 months and the fan on New Year's Eve because my friend and I showed up to work hungover. So we were both puking in the bathroom and it just smelled like vodka and HR happened to be there. And then my manager came up to me and was like, hey, HR wants to talk to you. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll see you guys later. So I went to go talk to HR. Then HR just had like a long list of demeanors of stuff that I've done that I never even like included in this video. And they were like, yeah, we're going to have to let you go. It was so quick and they pretty much told me they never wanted to see me again. So I ran out and my friends hadn't even left the store. And I was like, hey, you guys, turns out I can hang out sooner than later. My friends were like, oh, did you mix up your shift? And I was like, no, I just got fired. So I didn't work for a couple of years until I got my accounting diploma. And when I did, I worked 2 accounting roles in 1 year. So for 2 different companies. And I got fired from both of them in the same year.
I just got fired from my job that I'd been at for like almost 3 years.
She's laughing about it like it's fine. That's not okay. This is on social media. People nowadays ask for social medias to see things like this. And she's doing this on social media. Or what if someone sees it that you're working with? Crazy.
And I've never been fired before. I don't know what to do. They already put boxes by my desk and I just...
Wow.
I don't know what to do. I've never had this happen to me. I'm like shaking. I already disabled my account. I had stuff I need to grab from there. I have to say bye to the camera I've been using for the last 3 years and my laptop. Well, that's it. I packed my stuff, put it in my sister's truck. And, yeah.
Now, one of the very few times where you can believe or feel sorry for a woman that is crying is when she's crying all alone, all by herself, and you caught her by surprise.
Yeah.
Because at that time, she's expressing how she really feels without trying to manipulate anybody. Outside of that, don't believe them. Never believe them when they cry in front of you. Especially if they record themselves crying and post it on the internet like this one is doing.
Yeah, I really am pissed off right now. I'm really pissed off because I got fired from my work from home job. And they ain't give me no legitimate reason. And I'm really hurt. Just to receive an email that says, I gotta reapply. Why I get fired for one? No explanation. Y'all just give me some money and say, be gone?
So I was fired today. And I'm actually not surprised at all that I was fired today because of an incident that happened last week. On Thursday, I was yelled at by a manager on duty regarding a scheduling conflict. This is not the first time, but the second time this manager has yelled at me in a very public place inappropriately. The first time I did let my supervisor know that it had happened, and it happened in front of 2 other employees. And my supervisor's response to me was, well, she thinks you want her job. Where I immediately responded, I do not want your job, nor if you quit tomorrow or the next day or either one of you quit, I would not apply for your jobs. So a few weeks back, I got called into my supervisor's office because of another employee bringing up the fact that she hadn't implemented something that the director had already thought she implemented. So fast forward to Thursday, I get yelled at again by the same manager. Neither one of those had ever occurred, and she's just now bringing it up to me as like a point of reference. Okay, we're back on Friday now, where I'm confronting her about these passive-aggressive text messages. She says, I'm glad you brought up those text messages because you're so quick to call out other nurses and their mistakes. And the point is that everybody makes mistakes. And then I'm so quick to bring up other nurses' mistakes. So larger perspective, she's basically saying, you're so quick to call out everybody else's mistakes, but yet you don't recognize your own. At one point in the meeting, she did make a generalized statement saying that you might need therapy. Another point she made in the meeting was that your feelings are your perception of the situation. Yeah, they are. You're also gaslighting if you're trying to tell me that my feelings aren't valid. So it's very clear that I was terminated for retaliation.
No, I don't believe it. To me, it's very clear that she was fired to be sassy, smart, a B word, and probably crazy, which
Sure
is
was.
very ironic because she was called out for it many times. Anyway, people, employers and companies want you to be loyal to them. They always want you to give them a 2 weeks notice before you quit. But do they ever give you a 2 weeks notice before they fire you? Even when they lay people off, do these companies give workers a 2 weeks notice? So why should you, the worker, give them a 2 weeks notice before you quit? Guys and ladies, always do what is best for you. Companies and employers don't give a damn about you. And remember, always do what is in your best interest and not the company's interest.
Let's do a story time on how I just got fired recently from my first new grad job due to retaliation, basically. Y'all, my first new grad job was literally hell. I'ma say that. Like, that's the only word that can describe it. Was hell. Really, the bad outweighed the good, if that makes sense. It used to be a time where like I enjoyed going to work because, you know, I'm a new grad, so like I'm excited about learning, excited about doing this, XYZ or whatever. But it became to the point where it was taking a mental toll on me due to the workplace bullying, the lies, the messing with my hours, it was just so much, y'all. I reported so many incidents and situations that happened. Nothing was done about these things. Then I was made to look like an angry black woman and an aggressor by a palm colored person because of the way I responded to them.
You weren't made to look that way. You are that way. I see it in the way you're explaining yourself. You weren't made to look anyway.
Because of how they were talking and treating me. Let's not even get into the workplace bullying, the wannabe bullies. Old, bitter, mad, literally. Walk around with a stank attitude, stank face. These old behind women, I ain't even trying to cuss on here, would just make the work environment just so hostile and toxic on a certain unit, and they never did anything about it. Let's not forget to mention I've watched multiple CNAs fight at this facility, like physically fight, cuss each other out, disrespect each other in front of patients, family members. And guess what? I'll come in the next day and the same people got their job, right? But they decided to fire me because I made videos about my experiences as a new grad. Mainly because I recorded videos on the unit.
Y'all, why did I just get fired? Like, if y'all knew y'all was gonna fire me.
The girl said she made videos about her experiences. They have to fire you. They don't tolerate anyone talking about what happens at the company off company time. If they volunteered and said, hey, we want you to do a video talking about the company in a good light, right? That's what they say, a good light. No, that didn't happen.
Y'all could have told me this morning before I clocked in, because I could have just stayed in my bed. Like, they just literally let me work 3-4 hours just to fire me. Like, really?
So Friday, I lost my job. I got terminated by a company that was honestly so horrible for my mental health. I mean, this job made me want to myself, if you catch my drift, very micromanaging, very corrupt, such a negative and toxic work environment. I'm not kidding when I say that this job made me, I literally went to a mental hospital for 24 hours over this place. Any place of work that induces that much stress and depression and tanks your mental health altogether, and then to be fired for a reason. Like, that was my livelihood.
Guys, I gotta say this. I worked at a company one time that I felt like that my mental health was down in the gutter. You know what I did eventually? I left. That's what you do. If a place has you feeling this way, you don't get on the internet and talk about it. You leave.
I have a degree, but I can't use it, and we all know why. I was already being underpaid and very overworked, but it was the only thing I had to keep myself afloat.
You know, guys, while I was recording this video, I was asking myself the following question. Why has every work environment become so toxic? But you know what? Let me tell you what exactly is going on. After watching all these videos, here is my definition of a toxic work environment. First of all, it's a place that holds these women accountable. They don't let women get away with BS. They also don't let them get away with any stupid excuses because, as you know, women always have a lame excuse. And they actually require these women to be on time. Oh my God, the audacity to require these women to be on time for work and to actually show up for work. I am being sarcastic, by the way. So yes, when you hear women complaining about a toxic work environment, it's probably what I just described.
I got fired from my first internship in corporate America, and that's probably low-key why I have a strong distrust for older Black women in the workplace. When I got to the interview, the Black woman interviewing me was like, "Oh, I thought you were a boy." Now, my name is Michael, which is a masculine name, but like, why'd you say that? Like, what did that add to the conversation? Nothing. And sometimes I did have the tendency to like fall asleep at my desk because, again, I was working 3 jobs and she knew that I had 2 other jobs. So she mentioned it and I was like, okay, you know, that's something that definitely I'll work on. And she offered me, you know, to come back during winter break. So I didn't go to work. I didn't even think to call. My mom had said something and I was like, it'll be fine. I'm going to go tomorrow and it'll be fine. I go to work. And she wasn't even there. She called on the phone and was like, I know you weren't at work yesterday. Turn in your badge. You're fired. I don't know. Have you ever gotten fired? And like, you know, traumatic. And from a Black woman in the workplace.
But
I'm confused. You said you were working 2 jobs. She knew you were working other jobs. You were at work tired all the time. So you mentioned where you did wrong. She just said to you, I see that you weren't able to make it yesterday. And then you say, from a Black woman? That's your fault. What's wrong?
I can't understand is you really don't like me that much to the point to where you're willing to fire me? Like, my brain is still having a hard time processing that, y'all. And this happened back in January. Every woman, well, it was a team full of women, but everyone who had a hand in me being fired is no longer there anymore. They were either demoted, let go, or didn't like the new management and resigned.
So basically, she was lazy and a piece of you know what, and that's why she got fired. Some people, when they watch my videos, call me a woman hater, as if criticizing and calling out women's bad behavior is hating on them. But I tell you what though, women not only hate themselves, but they hate each other with a passion. And they hate each other a lot more than they claim that I do. It's that simple.
Yes, I want to thank you guys for watching another video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next video.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.